For many years, one woman's infectious kindness, genuine enthusiasm, and inspiring stories have brightened our screens. She's the friend we've never met, the storyteller who feels like home, Jenna Bush Hager. A symbol of grace, warmth, and authenticity, a woman who has worn many titles: daughter, mother, author, and TV personality. But above all, she's a reminder of resilience, hope, and the power of sincerity. From her days as the lively first daughter in the White House to her role as a beloved host on NBC's Today Show, Jenna has always lived in the public eye with a kind of disarming honesty. She laughs with us, cries with us, and opens her heart in a way few public figures dare to. Her stories of motherhood, friendship, and love have connected her with millions of people across generations. To many, she's not just a television host, she's a friend, a voice of comfort on quiet mornings, and a source of optimism when the world feels uncertain. But life, as we know, has a way of humbling even the brightest souls. When the most radiant hearts meet their darkest storms, what happens then? For a long time, everything in Jenna's world seemed full of light. Her laughter echoing through television studios, her family photos glowing across social media, her contagious energy inspiring everyone she met. But behind the smiles, a quiet unease began to take shape, subtle, almost imperceptible. Perhaps it was fatigue that lingered too long, maybe a cough that refused to fade, or a tiredness that even sleep couldn't fix. Like many working mothers, Jenna likely brushed it off, chalking it up to the demands of her busy life. She had a husband she adored, 3 beautiful children, Mila, Poppy, and Hal, and a thriving career. There wasn't time to slow down. Her devoted husband, Henry Hager, might have noticed those small shifts, the moments when her laughter seemed a little forced, or when exhaustion took a heavier toll. He may have gently suggested she rest, to take it easy. But as many of us do, Jenna pushed forward, because that's who she is, strong, hopeful, always showing up for others. Until one day, she couldn't. When the body begins to whisper, it's easy to ignore. But when it starts to shout, everything changes. What started as minor concerns turned into a series of doctor's visits, tests, and long, anxious nights waiting for answers. The Bush-Hager family, so often a beacon of joy and love, found themselves caught in a storm of uncertainty. Each phone call from a doctor carried weight. Every appointment brought fear mixed with hope. Days turned into weeks of endless questions, test results, and prayers for clarity. Then, at last, the words no one ever wants to hear arrived. Cancer. The diagnosis that shatters silence. The moment that rearranges life in an instant. For Jenna, a woman whose very name evokes brightness and strength, the news hit like a thunderclap. And when the world found out, it collectively held its breath. Jenna Bush Hager, fighting cancer. 3 words that millions never expected to hear. The news sent shockwaves through her vast circle of admirers and friends. People who'd laughed with her on Today, who'd read her books, who'd grown up watching her family, suddenly found themselves heartbroken and worried. But if there's one thing the world knows about Jenna, it's that her courage is unwavering. From the very beginning, she chose transparency over silence. Instead of hiding her pain, she opened her heart once again, sharing her fears, her hopes, and her determination to face this battle head-on. She thanked her fans for their prayers. She expressed gratitude for her colleagues and loved ones. And most importantly, she used her platform to shine a light on something millions of families face each year: the fight against cancer. What made Jenna's revelation so powerful wasn't just the diagnosis. It was her humanity in the face of it. While so many public figures shield their private struggles, Jenna invited the world into hers, not for sympathy, but for awareness. She reminded us all of the importance of early detection, of listening to our bodies, and of leaning on those who love us when life becomes too heavy to carry alone. Cancer doesn't discriminate. It touches every family, every community, every nation. In the United States alone, nearly 1.9 million new cases are diagnosed each year. It's a battle that unites strangers in silent courage. And Jenna's openness brought that reality into sharp focus. Not of celebrity, but of solidarity. In the weeks following her announcement, messages of love poured in from every corner of the world. Fans, colleagues, and even people who had never met her sent prayers and heartfelt letters. Fellow Today Show host and close friend Hoda Kotb was among the first to speak publicly about Jenna's strength. Their friendship, built on laughter, vulnerability, and shared motherhood, became a symbol of true sisterhood. Hoda described Jenna as a light in every room, and said watching her face this challenge was both heartbreaking and inspiring. Jenna's twin sister, Barbara Pierce Bush, has also been a constant source of strength. The two have shared every chapter of life together, from White House adventures to raising families of their own. And now they stand side by side once again, united by love and faith. Their parents, George W. and Laura Bush, have offered the quiet, steadfast support only parents can give. Through their words and actions, they remind the world that even in times of unimaginable pain, family is the anchor that keeps us from drifting. Through all of this, Jenna's response has been deeply human. She's spoken of her fears, not to dramatize, but to normalize them. She's talked about how she finds peace in the small moments, bedtime stories with her kids, laughter with Henry, long talks with her sister. She's continued to smile when she can, cry when she must, and face every day with a quiet bravery that feels contagious. And that's what makes her story resonate so deeply. Because behind the headlines, Jenna's battle isn't just about illness. It's about the essence of being human. It's about resilience when the future feels uncertain. It's about grace when life feels unfair. It's about hope, that even in the darkest chapters, light will always find a way through. Jenna's journey has reignited conversations about the importance of cancer awareness, healthcare access, and emotional support. She has inspired countless people to get checked, to speak up about their symptoms, and to never feel alone in their struggles. Her story reminds us that behind every diagnosis is a person, a family, a circle of love, a heartbeat that refuses to stop believing in tomorrow. And though her battle is ongoing, one thing is certain. Jenna Bush Hager is not facing it alone. The world stands beside her, cheering her on, holding her in prayer, and sending her every ounce of strength possible. In a time when so much of life feels uncertain, Jenna's courage is a guiding light. She's shown us that vulnerability is not weakness, it's power. That even the strongest people can stumble, but true strength lies in how we rise again. She continues to teach us, through her openness, through her faith, through her ability to find beauty even in brokenness, that every day is a gift. Her story isn't over. Far from it. It's just another chapter in a life defined by grace, perseverance, and love. So tonight, as we hold Jenna in our thoughts, let's take her message to heart. Cherish your loved ones. Listen to your body. Be kind to yourself, and never underestimate the healing power of hope. Because if Jenna's journey has taught us anything, it's that light, no matter how faint, can pierce even the darkest of nights. And as long as she keeps shining, we will keep standing beside her, cheering her on, and believing together in her victory. If Jenna's story moved you, let it be more than just a moment. Let it be a reminder. Schedule that checkup. Call someone you love. Offer a hand to those in pain. Because awareness saves lives. Compassion changes hearts. And together, we can make sure that no one, not even the brightest among us, ever has to face their storm alone. Jenna Bush Hagar's light will not dim. It will only grow stronger, illuminating the path for countless others who dare to fight, to hope, and to heal.